This program is paid for by Investors Schooling. All opinions or statements expressed on the program are solely those of Investors Schooling or their guests and do not reflect the opinions of WPHT or Odyssey.
WPHT, WPHT-HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Cherry Hill Volvo Studios, where relationships matter. Always live on the free Odyssey app. The Larry Steinhouse Show.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Larry Steinhouse Show. We are broadcasting here from the Investor Schooling headquarters right here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I am Larry Steinhouse. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling, and I'm here to make financial education fun and accessible to everyone, including you. Hey, join us as we dive into the exciting worlds of real estate investing, stock options trading, and a treasure trove of financial wisdom. You can call us anytime during the show at
855-939-1137.
That's
855-939-1137.
And you could call us with your questions about money, finances, or anything on your mind, even politics.
Oh my God.
By the way,
we
are not just on the air. We are live on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. Drop us a comment and say hello. And I'm here with my awesome co-host, Dr. Deb Anderson, Omri Morad, also known as The Immigrant, and of course, our sweet producer, Glenn Page. Are we going to change that or what?
Yeah, I think we can change it. I think it comes out good coming from me, but from you, not so much.
Okay, so real quick, at Investor Schooling, we focus on practical learning. We will equip,
What?
I lost it.
Yeah.
We will equip you with the real-world skills in real estate investing, stock options, tax savings tips, and the secrets to financial freedom. And our headquarters are right here in Bucks County. And we also have online courses so we could reach our students further across the United States. How's that, Omri?
Further across.
So, are you saying that the man can't say to another man that he's sweet?
The way it comes out of Larry's mouth, I just don't think it sounds great.
Our sweet producer, Glenn Page.
Thank you. He is sweet.
He is sweet, but
All right, so for the next 5... Okay, here we go. All right, here's our first contest for the day. Our first contest is to come up with a better descriptive word for Glenn besides sweet. So
I think there's some people who could come up with some pretty good
I know.
that were not very nice.
Right.
No, we could do awesome. Glenn's awesome.
No, wait. Let's let the audience choose.
All right,
okay?
all right.
So if you're listening to the show, actually, what happens typically, though, is, we start the show and nobody's listening for a little while, and then they all realize that, the boring shows before us are over and the good show's coming out right now. So they start to listen. But let's do this for the next, 15 minutes. If somebody calls in with a better word than sweet, actually any word besides sweet, just tell me what you want me to call Glenn in their intro.
Why are we giving them?
We're going to give them a free ticket to the Money Hacks event. How's that?
Woohoo!
So the Money Hacks event, the Money Hacks is coming up on August 17th. It's a full day event. We're going to teach you how to be your own. So Nathan's already. Nathan, you got to call in. No, you can't. You got to call in. You can't put it up online. All right. So the Money Hacks event is a full day event. We're going to teach you how to be your own bank. We're going to teach you how to invest in real estate with no money. We're going to teach you how to invest in stock options. We're going to teach you how to buy mobile home parks and mobile homes. And we're going to teach you how to build business credit. All kinds of cool stuff. Actually, this is amazing. It's $147 for a ticket. And if you call in the next 15 minutes, just give us anything, any descriptive word you want for Glenn, and we will give you a free ticket. So call in at
855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. You want 7, right?
That was 7.
It was 7? We had 7? Okay, good.
I got to tell you a funny story about that.
Yeah.
So I have to tell you what happened. So on Sundays, they repeat. Actually, they only repeat 1 hour of the show. They don't repeat both hours. They only repeat 1 hour of the show. And I don't care which hour they pick. It doesn't really matter to me. But I get a message the other day, and I listened to the message, and unfortunately, I deleted it. I wish I didn't delete it. I'd play it. But it was some guy calling up, and he said, "Hey, I called the number. What's wrong with you guys? I got an answering machine. How dare you?"
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah, it was so funny because when I don't know if you guys know, so for you guys who are listening, we're live on Saturday from 1 to 3, in case you're listening to a repeat and you want to call, right? We're live on Saturdays from 1 to 3, and after that, I make that phone number, the phone number which is?
Transferred to your phone,
right,
to your
mobile.
mobile.
Phone number?
I don't know. The phone number for the station?
No, the number you just read.
You have it on a paper? How would I know?
Okay, so 855-939-1137 gets transferred to my cell phone in case, there's a call. I also use that because if you've listened to the new advertisements, I talk about buying houses, and I use that same phone number. So 855-939-1137, somebody calls it during the show last week, and they were angry that nobody answered, that I had to, that it went to my voicemail.
Your personal
my
voicemail.
personal voicemail, right. So I called them up, right? And I called him up and I said, hi.
And you shouted at them back.
I said, hi, this is Larry Steinhouse. You called me the otthink day. And he goes, no, I didn't. I think it was my son. And he goes, oh, wait, my son's in the shower. He can't come. And I can hear the son yelling from the shower, tell him he should answer his call. I'm like, what is wrong with these people?
Okay.
Is this? I mean, I'm actually hoping the guy's listening. And he calls in and tells us, how he feels.
Exactly.
Why it's so important to him that that I answer the phone on a Sunday. But I just thought it was odd. What do you think, Glenn?
I think that's ridiculous, honestly.
I know. It was so bizarre. I mean, I have other people call in, they leave messages, say, hey, I have a question for you, and I call them back and I answer the question. But that was just so weird. All right. Anyway.
Why would you expect to be able to get the person when the show is not even going on?
Yeah, but they don't know that. He's like, so the father actually says, maybe there's a way you could tell them that it's not, it's not a live show at the moment. And I'm like, well, how would I do that? Should I interrupt? Should I put a little banner in there? It goes, oh, don't call the number now. It's not live. I mean, I said it says at the beginning of the show that it's a recorded show. It's it's not a live show, but this one's live. This is so complicated, isn't it?
What I thought was
radio.
What I thought was really hysterical. So you guys started this 2-hour show last week when you knew that I couldn't make it.
Right.
On purpose, like you knew.
No, I didn't do it on purpose. That's when they gave it to us.
Well, they said, when did you want to start? You should have started this week because I'd be here. Anyway, so moving on. Look at Omri's like,
no, because
it's like, wait. You don't make this decision.
I'm sorry. I can't vote in this date. Let's talk to the White House. We need to postpone the election.
Anyway, what I thought was hysterical is that I got a call from this guy Chris yesterday. So Chris, if you're there, you should give me a call because I think it would be great. Anyway, so I wasn't here last week, and Glenn wasn't here last week, and Chris called up and he was supposed to get a free Money Hacks ticket, and he called me up yesterday. He's like, I haven't gotten an email from you. I haven't gotten a call. I haven't gotten anything. Is this still happening? And I'm like, I see what happened. So I wasn't here to get all the information. Glenn wasn't there to write it all down. And Omri and Larry, they don't really do any of that stuff. So at least, me and Glenn show our value. So I thought that was pretty funny when he called.
You know why I don't need to do all those stuff, right?
Why is that?
Because
somebody else will do it?
I'm delightful.
You're delightful. Yeah. Delightful gets you so far.
It did.
What? The poor guy
Larry.
was waiting for a ticket.
Yes, sir.
Here's the crazy thing. A lot of times, normally when you call a show that's in a repeat or it's a recorded show,
right,
you don't get anything. Like a phone just rings and rings and rings.
Right.
You get nothing, or you get a busy signal. That's how radio is. This guy got a voicemail where he could actually leave a voicemail, and he's upset.
I know he's complaining exactly.
Well, he's clearly millennial or something.
So the only thing that happened last week after our show, right, was I went out to a friend's house. I had some cigars and whiskey, and I'm thinking that my phone's on the table, and all of a sudden it blinks, and I see a tweet from Elon Musk, and the tweet from Elon Musk says, "Praying for the president, praying for President Trump." I'm like, what in the world just happened? And I grabbed my phone, I started looking for it, and I'm watching this, this sniper trying to. Repeats of not repeats, but videos of the sniper trying to kill the president.
Yeah,
I was blown away by that. That was amazing.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it's horrible. It's tragic that one person died and 2 people were in critical condition. But the fact that the president turned his head, I don't know, a microsecond.
The future president.
No, he was the past president.
The past president. Okay.
He's technically the current president, although the
What?
Well, you do know that the Democrats only won because they cheated, right?
Okay, but practically...
Anyway, so let's get back to...
No. Practically, he's not the president.
So
we have to
go back
face
to
that.
Saturday. Let's get back
but
to
you
Saturday.
can call a past president, and then he will be president again.
Okay, I'm with
so
you.
He'll be the only president in history to win 3 times. we have David on YouTube saying Trump 2024 in a landslide. Rally today in Michigan at 5 o'clock. So, David, if you're, we're not in Michigan. We'd love to be at the rally, but we can't. So, if you're going to be there, send us videos. That would be awesome. All right, what else we got?
Debbie started to say something.
Well, Debbie was trying to keep us on track. That's what she does.
I was trying to keep you on track because you were going off on the whole presidency and all the voting.
You do know
and stuff.
the whole concept is that's why last week our show was so off track.
It's because I wasn't here to keep you on track.
Yeah.
So I have some value here.
There you go. You have complete value.
I have complete value here.
So I actually put a post out on Facebook today, and it's something I wanted to talk about, which is the fact that you can pay your children, and you can save a lot of taxes and do some really cool stuff paying your children.
Let's talk
Omri
about that.
and I were talking about this last night, and actually I made a mistake. I actually gave you last year's numbers, not this year's numbers. So I know.
So it's not 12.5?
No, it's never was. It hasn't been 12. It's not 13.8 was what it was last year. I think it's 14.6 this year.
14,600.
14,600, I believe, is the number this year.
And that's per child.
That's per child. That's per anybody.
Yeah.
Per anybody.
What do you mean per anybody?
So you don't have to. So you can pay your grandchildren, your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, anyone you want. You can even pay me $14,600. And it would be a tax deduction to you. But the reason you do it with your children specifically, all right. So let me go backwards. But hold on, we got two people. We got two people online. So let me just real quick. Gary. Hold on, Gary. I'm gonna go to Mark and Limerick first because I know that Mark might have a more interesting. Ahead,
that was the sound of Gary dropping the line.
Go ahead, Mark.
Hello. Hi, Larry.
What's happening, sir?
I know this probably... Hey, good. How are you?
All right.
I know this typically probably wouldn't be in your wheelhouse. You guys talk stock options and real estate, but my company was recently... We were recently notified on Thursday that our company went ESOP effective April 1st.
Okay.
My question is, I've got 27 years. I've been a long-time devoted employee to that company. Like, my question is, are shares allotted? Will I get more shares because I've been there 27 years, or does everyone start from ground one?
I have no idea.
Day one?
I'm going to say it's the plan documents.
So why don't you explain what ESOP is?
Yeah. I just want to answer the question real quick. So basically, what's going to happen is the company basically becomes part of the members of the employees of the company become owners or members of the company. Is basically what's going to happen. So he gets shares in this company, and then when he retires, those shares turn into either cash or an annuity or whatever the documents say they do.
Or he gets dividends, I guess. No.
Whatever the plan. So that's why when he asked this question, I can't answer the question because I don't know what the plan documents say. So you probably will get some documents that you need first of all you need to sign, and you might want to read them. Here's the problem with the documents: if you don't like them, guess what? You have no choice.
Yeah, you're out of luck.
Did you have a retirement plan? Did you have a retirement plan in place before that? Did they have a retirement plan for you?
No, we had a 401k, which is going to continue.
Okay, great.
But we did have a profit sharing that's going away, and in replace of the profit sharing is the ESOP.
Okay, so was the profit sharing built into the 401k?
Profit sharing paid out into your 401k.
Yeah, okay. All right. So and the question is really, are they going to put the dividends of the ESOP into the 401k? They might do that too. I know I know most people listening are like shocked that I know all this stuff, but I never teach this stuff. I don't even talk about it. But the idea is, it's 401k plans. You can do anything you want with them, so they can actually put the ESOP in there if they wanted to. So the reality is, you pretty much have you had your profit sharing already. You had any money that you put in. Do they match your 401k?
Up to a point, yeah.
Okay, so even if they don't give you extra shares because you've been there for 27 years, you've already gotten those benefits. In my opinion, you've already gotten those benefits because you've already gotten the profit sharing. You've already put the money in. You've already got the match. So even if they don't, it's not so bad. You get what I'm trying to say?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking, it would be great if, my, time there, 27 years, got me some extra shares. But I'm cool either way. I was just curious. I can't seem to read anything online about it, and it might be, I know there's not a lot of government regulations around it, but it might be per plan,
Yeah, and exactly. You'll know. Look, so the reality is you're going to know when you read the documents. When is it? When is it? The actual the conversion is probably on the first of any month, right? Of one of the months.
Yeah, well, they said it actually went into effect April 1st. So,
okay.
And then they had 90 days by government law. They had to let us know within 90 days. So that's why they called a meeting on Thursday to let us know that they did this. And
Gotcha.
But it's going to take a while for everything to perk out.
All right. When are you looking to
We
retire?
have to close our fiscal. I'm 64. I could have retired 5 years ago if I wanted to. But
well, when are you gonna? You need to retire. Come to investor schooling. Learn how to make money with your money. Learn how to take that money out of your 401k and invest it and make more money with it.
I've thought about stopping. You guys are right in Langhorne. So
everybody thinks about coming in, and nobody ever does. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, Mark. I'm gonna yell to the whole audience. If you're thinking about coming in, get your. Wait, I need my beeper.
No,
hold on one second.
Yeah, you need your beeper. Exactly. I was about to say.
Wait, hold on. The problem is I didn't have it started, so I can't do it. So I'll let you be the beep, all right?
It's all about talking.
I'll let you be the beep, right? All right. Omri, you ready? Get your
beep
to investor schooling as soon as possible. Go to investorschooling.com and sign up right now. I can't find my beeper.
I'm sitting by the lake right now, so I'll have to wait till I get back to my.
Wait, I found it. Hold on. There it is.
Oh my gosh, you're such a dork. You're such a dork.
We are so professional here.
Really?
You're such a dork.
All right.
That's funny.
Thanks, Larry.
You got it, Mark. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Let us know when you come in. Let us know that you called in.
You got it.
All right. Oh, wait. Hold on. You want the free ticket to the Money Hacks event?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want the free ticket, hold on. Can you make it? August 17th. Can you make it?
Yeah, when is it?
It's August 17th. You know what
day
day it is?
Saturday.
It's Saturday, August 17th. All-day event.
Yeah, I can make it.
Oh, by the way,
I can make it.
So real quick, what should we call Glenn instead of calling him Sweet? What should we call him?
Sweet.
I like sweet. Glenn, because Glenn's sweet. I really like that term for Glenn. Because Glenn's sweet. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, sweet.
He's sweet.
Sweet? You're going to stay with Sweet?
Sweet.
He's staying with Sweet. We'll still give him a ticket.
I don't care. I mean, pick what you want. I
Sweet.
just when I think of Glenn, I think of somebody who's really sweet.
I know, but this doesn't sound good coming from me. You told me.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, it doesn't sound good coming from you. So maybe I should be reading that part of the intro. So that
okay.
it sounds.
We can do that. Sure.
That's an option.
Maybe that'll work. All right, Glenn, put Ice Cream Gary on, and then get Mark's information.
Yep.
What's up, Gary?
Good afternoon, Mr. Steinhouse, Dr. Deb Omni. Let's get serious.
Wait, what's his name? Hold on, what's his name?
Dr. Deb Steinhouse and Omni.
Again, the N. Why the N? How people hear N?
Did he say it wrong again?
Yeah, he said it wrong again.
That
He said
Science
Omni.
Fiction magazine?
Yeah,
Science Fiction magazine.
It's
Omni?
you. It's the Omni Prophet. So everybody call me Omni.
So Gary, how long have you been listening to the show?
Listen,
And
what I
aren't you?
want to get. This is going to be an important conversation. So put on your ears.
Okay,
and listen.
but hold on one second, okay? Gary, you do
thought-
sound like you're going from a toilet bowl. So if you have maybe you could make that not happen.
You need to sit on it.
I don't know if you're got a Bluetooth on or you're in a room with a lot of echo.
Not really. I'm on my cell phone.
All right, we'll do the best I can. Keep your voice lower. I think it's not happening as much.
Okay. Number one, the word you were looking for was tuchus.
Was what? Oh,
The
Tuchus.
word-
Tuchus.
Tuchus.
Yes, gotcha.
Tuchus, yeah.
I got it.
Yiddish for butt.
So get
You
your
got
Tuchus in here, everybody.
Tuchus, there you go.
Get your
Tuchus.
Tuchus in here.
There you go.
That's going to be the word of the
Okay,
day.
now-
Everybody write that down. Word of the day, Tuchus.
Tuchus, yeah.
It's in the dictionary.
Now, Larry, let's get serious. If you come by my property right now, you'll be proud of me. I have a 2024 Trump flag flying.
That's
So
awesome.
everybody, your listeners have to vote on Tuesday, November 5th. And last off, I've been listening to you for centuries. You know this.
Centuries.
I will call you during the week and leave a message. And Mr. Steinhouse, to all your listeners, does call me back. So anybody who has an issue has to come to get Ice Cream Gary to get situated.
Gary, I have a court hearing on Monday. Can you better protect me, please?
Monday, I'm tied up.
Omri!
What's his name?
We should run that thing again where everybody
really.
tries to spell Omri's name.
Spell his name for me, Gary.
OMNI.
No, that's not it.
No.
OMNY.
No.
He's so sad over here.
How could you not know his name yet?
You're
So funny.
You're so bad to immigrants in this country.
You know, it was like 2 or 3 money hacks ago where somebody came in and they saw him in the back of the room and they went up and took a picture of his name
Of the tag.
Of the
I
tag.
remember that. Yeah, people came and took a picture of my tag.
Gary, I want you to write this down. You have a piece of paper and a pen?
Yes, I do right now.
O-M.
Wait. We are not doing it as a challenge? We're giving it away?
No, that's okay. We're going to because if Gary ever calls and uses your name wrong again, I'm hanging up on him instantly. O-M-R-I.
Got it.
Now say it.
O-M-R-I. That's good.
How do you say the name?
What I want to... O-M-R-I.
No,
how do you say it? How do you say it? Not how do you spell it. How do you say it? How do you say it?
I'm gonna say it 7 times, Larry. O-M-R-I. Now wait a minute.
Gary, what are you drinking this morning?
Oh, that's funny.
Larry.
He sounds like he's inside the glass, whatever he's drinking.
Yeah, it's definitely weird.
Oh,
yeah. It sounds like you're in like.
Go ahead, Gary.
Weird.
Larry, I've been out in the sun too long. You know that.
The Ice Cream Gary Show.
The Ice Cream Gary Show.
So we have somebody calling in from.
All right, Gary. Let's let him get serious.
Okay. Congratulations on your 2-hour gig.
Thank you, sir.
You
just reminded me that we have another hour and a half to go.
Well, you, Dr. Deb, and OMRI.
At least he has it down now, right? You know, come on. At least he has it.
I'm just
Larry's
thinking about
it so hard he can't breathe.
So I'm thinking about so many things in my head right now. I'm thinking about
Look at him. Larry's turning red. He can't even breathe.
I'm thinking about my daughter said, "Hey, OMRI, can I have money?" Or my wife said, "Ooh, OMRI." What's going on?
Okay, we're totally out of control.
That's why we need 2 hours.
Larry, I apologize. I really am sorry.
Oh, Gary, you're the best, man. Keep going.
I can't
For all the
understand.
ruckus, I apologize.
For all the ruckus.
Oh, that's all right.
That's funny.
We're enjoying the ruckus, apparently.
It's all right. Larry was as red as his hat, his Trump hat. So it was pretty funny.
Yes, I'm as red as my MAGA hat. Or my MAGA hat.
Come on,
LR.
Oh, man.
Larry, don't forget Tookus. Remember Tookus?
Yes. It's a Tookus that says OMRI instead of Omri.
Thank you for calling GARY. We hope we'll hear from you next week.
Okay, Dr. DEB.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
Okay, listen, fellas. Listen, everybody have a wonderful day.
Thank
Keep
you.
up the good work. And please, don't forget to do the right thing November 5th. That's
You
all
got
we
it,
ask.
Gary. Hey, we appreciate you.
Okay, buddy.
Talk to you soon.
Anytime. Have a good day, Larry.
All right. Hey, Glenn. I don't think I've ever heard a person on the radio laugh as hard as I just did. Does that make for bad radio or good radio?
It depends. It can be infectious, but yeah, sometimes it does turn into. It can get a little confusing. For
yes, I understood. I mean, he just was cracking me up. I don't know why.
No, that was. No, I think it's good radio.
All right, good. Thank you. Hey, everybody, it was a good radio. Let me know. All right. OMRI, what do we got?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about right now? Besides,
we were supposed to talk about the amount of money that people can put away for their children.
Yeah, let's go back to that. I'm pretty amazed that it came up to 14,600.
14,600, right? So you know what we do? Let's do this. Let's take a break because
we all need a break. Yeah.
Yeah, we
all need a break.
And take us out. We'll be back in a few minutes.
You're right. You need to breathe.
This is Larry Steinhouse of Investor Schooling. Did you know we are having a full event on August 17th? It's called the Money Hacks event. You want to come to this event and you will learn how to become your own bank, how to invest in real estate without any money. You will learn the stock market and you will learn how to build credit for cash flowing assets and so much more. It's a full day packed with information. Use the code 1210. That's 1210 to get a 50% discount on the ticket. Go to 4mmw.com. That's 4mmw.com and register today. Do you have a property that you no longer want? Maybe you inherited the property. Maybe you're underwater in the property. Or maybe you're just a tired landlord, tired of dealing with tenants. Listen, I can buy those properties and I'll buy those properties fast. I can close in 2 weeks. I buy properties cash. My name is Larry Steinhouse. Give me a call at 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137 and I will personally answer the call. You can also visit easyOutRealEstate.com. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Do you know when the best time to buy investment properties is? It's now. It's always now. You just need to learn how to buy them correctly. Go to investorschooling.com and sign up for a complimentary class this Thursday night and learn how to buy investment properties and make money every time. That's right. That's what we teach. We teach how to buy investment properties and make money every time. Go to investorschooling.com and RSVP right now. Take a class this Thursday night.
All right, we'll be back in 30 unless you want more time.
No, that's fine. This is Larry Steinhouse.
You can call for a break whenever you want.
Are you ready for retirement? Have you prepared everything you need? Well, in Investor Schooling, we will teach you ways to better prepare for your retirement using real estate and the stock market. But you need to learn how to do it right. And that's what we teach. At Investor Schooling, we sell nothing but education. Come to Investor Schooling and learn how to have a better retirement. Go to investorschooling.com and RSVP right now for this Thursday's class at 7 o'clock. Go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling.
All right, you're back.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I am Larry Steinhouse. This is the Larry Steinhouse Show, and I think I've stopped laughing finally, so I'm back. We're back on the air. I'm here with Dr. Deb and OMRI, and we are talking about real estate, the stock market, and we get into a really cool topic all about how you can pay your children and save a whole lot of money in taxes.
Yeah.
So if you have a business, let's say you have an LLC, you have any business, or C Corp, it really doesn't matter. Even if it's a sole proprietorship, it's just a little more difficult to prove it, but it's no big deal. You can still do it. You can pay your children up to $14,600 per year. Actually, you can pay your children anything you want. But if you pay them $14,600 a year, that level, that max, that's tax-free to them. And the reason it's tax-free to them, most people don't understand this, but there's something called the standard minimum deduction. And the standard minimum deduction this year, for 2024, is $14,600.
It's amazing.
Now, I know, it's pretty wild, right? So you pay your children $14,600. Now, you're saying, well, what's the big deal? I'm paying my children $14,600. Here is the big deal. If you took that amount, $14,600, and took it off your salary, or the amount of money that you pay yourself in your LLC, and you pay your children that amount becomes tax deductible to your company. Your children don't pay taxes on it. Now, when you have that $14,600, what I recommend you do is you open up a bank account for your child. You're the custodian on the bank account for the $14,600, which basically means you have full control.
Okay.
Now, do you buy your kids toys?
Yeah, of course.
Right, so Omri, if he buys his kids toys, he can now go to that bank account and use that bank account to buy his children toys.
Wait, what about clothes, for example?
Clothes, exactly. I was going to go there. Clothes, toys, School, if you put your kids in private school and you want to use that money for private school, you can use that for private school. It's all this way. It's excuse me. You're using money that's not taxed to do this. Where normally most people use money that's already been taxed to buy their clothes for the children or their toys. Another thing that you can do, and this is what I highly recommend you do, especially if you're going to put money away for your kids for college, is you put it into a Roth IRA. Don't use a 529 plan, please. The only people who make money on 529 plans are registered reps, of course. So the 529 plan is...
It's only PA, we need to say.
No.
It's everywhere?
529?
PA 529, no?
No, it's PA 529 plan is a college plan.
I know.
That you put your money away for college.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to... So there's so many disadvantages to it. There are advantages, but there's so many disadvantages. But the better way to do it is to put the money into a Roth IRA, so you could put up to $7,000 a year out of that $14,600. Now think about this, right? The really interesting part was, remember, a Roth IRA is not tax deductible. But you just put money into a Roth IRA with tax-free money. So it's already been tax deducted. So the $14,600 has already been tax deducted out of your company. You now put that $7,000 into a Roth IRA for your children. You know what the rule of a Roth IRA is?
You can use the money for college.
No, but I'm going to get there. But the rule is, in order to contribute, you have to make an income. So if you're paying your children $14,600, are they making an income?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you take the $7,000 of the $14,000, you put it into a Roth IRA. Then you can use the rest of the money for anything else you want to use it for clothes, vacations. Whatever it is that you want to use that for your children, you could still use it for your children. Nobody's going to go after you and say, hey, did you use this for, whatever? Did you use it for a plane ride to go to Disney World, for example?
Yeah.
Your child can take his tax-free money and buy a trip to Disney World because you're the custodian. You made that decision.
So, for a vacation, actually.
Whatever you want. So you have 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you take $2,000 from each kid and say, hey, Rome, we're going to Disney World and you're paying for it.
Good.
You can do that.
Also for us.
Right. So it's now tax deductible. It's not tax deductible because it's already been it's being bought with pre-tax money is what I really want to say.
Okay, I have many questions.
Sure.
Okay, let's start with that. The 14,600. Can you do it as a transaction or do you have to do that as a W-2?
No, it has to be a W-2. So what you might want to do is you might want to actually get a payroll company and do an actual payroll.
Now, the problem with that, I'm into all that right now, is when I called my workers' comps and added an employee, when I called my insurance agency, okay, that is connected to my payroll company, and I said I'm adding 2 more employees. The first question they ask is what
do they do?
What's their job description?
Right, so here's where it gets a little interesting, and actually I'm glad you brought it up because I was going to bring it up too. Now you have to remember that you have to justify that your children are working for you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a bunch of ways to justify that your children are working for you.
No, I fixed that. I made shirts for both of them saying "Daddy buy houses."
So great. There's certainly a way. Taking pictures that I'm putting them on the internet. Daddy buys houses. Yes, I agree. So look, if you could pay them for modeling. It's funny. One of the big things. It's kind of a joke that goes around, but it's actually true. Is shredding parties. Like, so if you want to shred documents, documents that you feel that you no longer want, you have your kids put the paper in the shredding machine, and you're paying them $14,000 a year to shred paper.
I love this country.
But you can do anything with it. You could pretty much, a lot of people. So it's just funny because, like, if I was going to go on the road, let's say I decided to do this for my granddaughter, right? I could take pictures of my granddaughter, put her in the slide. So when I do a presentation and I do the slide presentation, say, hey, this is my granddaughter. Make up some story about, why I do it for my granddaughter, whatever the situation may be. Maybe even talk about Roth IRAs, about my granddaughter. I can now pay her royalties for putting her picture up in my slides.
So it's a modeling, actually?
Modeling, yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Right, and then as your kids get older, maybe they answer the phone for you. As your kids get older, maybe they stuff envelopes for you. Whatever it is, the government doesn't tell you how much you can pay somebody. You can pay somebody anything you want. So now you've deducted the $14,600 from your payroll, and if you took it out of your, the money you were getting anyway, your taxes are now lower, and your children aren't paying taxes on the $14,600. So it actually is a much better way to manage your money that's coming out of your company.
Okay.
So I thought you'd enjoy that because I know we were talking about this last night. You and I went over to what was it? Stony Brook Farm, actually, right?
Yeah, yesterday we were to Shady Brook, but
Shady Brook, yeah.
Yeah, Shady Brook Farm, the best place
for kids.
For everything. Come on, did you enjoy?
All I know is I got a bruise from going on one of the rides.
I live like 5 minutes from there. You could have called me.
I called both of you.
We didn't call Debbie?
No.
What?
Oh, no.
I live like 5 minutes from there.
So
See that?
I tell you, every time I go to a fair, and that's every fair around here, every day it opens, I tell you.
I think
come today. Today, for example, tonight I go to the Burlington Fair in New Jersey, which is the best.
I got to reel you guys in. This is amazing.
Yeah.
So,
because
that's the best fair of the year.
I do want to take a minute to say hello to a couple of people online. We got Nathan online. We got David online. We got Marie online. We got Kevin online. It looks like we got Ed and Patricia. Anybody else online? Feel free to say hi. Of course, we'd love it when you guys say hi. And so Kevin's asking a question: how does the Augusta Act work with that? Also, the Augusta Act has nothing to do with this.
I was going to say I didn't think the Augusta had anything to do with their kids. Yeah.
But now that I brought it up, I got to tell you what it is. So the Augusta Act is it's basically, just to make it simple, you could rent out your house for up to 2 weeks, up to 14 days, actually, not just 2 weeks, 14 days, and not pay any income tax on that rental. So if you decided you wanted to go away and you wanted to rent out your house while you're away, so you go on vacation, you rent out your house for, let's say, $200 a night, that full $200 you do not have to pay taxes on up to 14 days. Anybody want to know where that came from?
Oh my God. It's like rewarding Airbnb people.
No, Airbnb wouldn't qualify.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you where it comes from. It's kind of interesting.
Isn't it like from the golf thing?
It's exactly.
Yeah.
It's from what?
From it's Augusta. I think it's Augusta
golf or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So what basically happened was people were renting their houses for the Augusta golf tournament.
Okay.
And they were saying, hey, we shouldn't have to pay taxes on this. And I don't know, some argument somewhere, somebody won. So that's how they won.
I love this.
That's where it came from. Yeah, I know, right, exactly. By the way, Lori says, hi, OMRI.
Hoo-hoo.
You know who's missing?
Kimmy.
Actually, yeah,
your
I know.
Your number one fan is missing.
Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe she's here, and we'll hear from her in a second. Who is Lori? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Okay.
Say it, Lori. Why don't you give us a call?
Yeah, please.
Lori, give you what's the phone number?
855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. So let's go back to the subject. So you need to put your kids on a payroll.
Right, payroll.
Which means you will pay some taxes on the money that
very little. You're paying the small tax, but you're not paying federal taxes on it.
You are not paying federal taxes?
That's the point. You're not paying federal taxes, which is why it's tax-free.
Okay, but in every payroll you have Medicare, for example.
Yeah, it's not Medicare. It's I forgot what it's called, but it's a very small amount.
Can you deduct it at the end of the year?
You've deducted it anyway.
Okay, because under 18 they don't need to pay all that.
So they're exempt. You're going to put down exempt when you fill out their
W.
When you hire them.
Yeah.
Right, when you hire them, put down exempt.
The W-2.
Right.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that's one of the first thing I'm going to do.
So what happens once they reach 18? Can you still do this when?
No, you can do it any time. So people, you can do it even if they're 18. The standard minimum deduction is still $14,600. But most children, usually when they hit about 16 or 17, what do they do? They go get a job.
Yeah.
So if they go get a job, they're affecting this. It doesn't affect you. It affects them. So the first $14,600 that you're giving them is their standard minimum deduction. So if they're making another $5,000 working at McDonald's, then they have to pay taxes on that $5,000 where they normally wouldn't have to pay taxes on that $5,000 either.
Okay.
That's all. So you can do whatever. I could do it with you. I could pay you anything. I pay him anything. I know you guys would love it if I actually paid you one day.
It'd be a thought, It's a thought, baby.
But you just love hanging around me, right?
Is that what it is?
But
Yeah.
the $14,600 is deductible. Yeah, there you go. The $14,600 is deductible to me, and then you're responsible for those taxes on that money. But $14,600, you don't pay taxes on the first $14,600 you make, no matter how much you make.
Okay, I have another question. When you take when you put your money into your IRA,
Roth IRA or IRA?
The Roth IRA.
Okay.
Okay? You can do it without being a W-2 of your own business. You can do it.
You have to have income.
I know.
Okay.
You have to have income or profit.
No, income.
Income.
Right.
Exactly. So when you are taking money into your IRA every year,
okay,
right? You are not a W-2 of your own company.
You can be.
You can be, but you don't have to be.
Right.
Here in the kids, for some reason, they do have to be.
No. Everyone has to show income. In other words, if you put $7,000 into a Roth IRA,
yeah,
you and I,
yeah,
we have to show that we've made at least $7,000.
Okay.
On our tax return.
By what? By like to show profit and loss?
Whatever. If it's a dividend, so you're talking about dividend, it could be a dividend, it could be a payroll.
I understand.
It could be any method at all in which you receive $7,000. It could even be rent.
So I'm
not sure if it could be rent.
So let's go with that, okay?
Right.
You can show it because I am doing from the beginning. When I'm depositing the money, I need to deposit the IRA until the end of the year.
Before the end of the year. Well, before
April 15.
Right.
Correct. Yeah. But sometimes the tax report is not ready.
Right.
And you are still depositing that money.
It has to be done before April 15th, even if you do a late return.
So you're depositing the $7,000 before April 15.
Right.
Okay? And you have to, with the deposit of the $7,000, you have to show that you made money.
Your income tax return has to show that you made at least $7,000.
And if it's not ready?
No. This is only assuming you get audited.
Okay.
In other words, they can, 3 years from now, they can come back and go, hey, you deposited $7,000 into your Roth IRA. Show me where you made $7,000.
So
your tax return doesn't say that.
Camera don't want from me a proof for income.
No.
I get it. Okay.
Right.
Okay, I get it.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. So you're right. Your Roth IRA company doesn't care if you proved it or didn't prove it. They're going to take the money.
Okay.
The real question is whether your Roth IRA will now be
tax deducted.
Void.
Yeah,
It'll
exactly.
Be void. So basically, any income you made inside your Roth IRA could be taxable because you didn't do it properly. That's all.
I understand.
Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. One has to follow the other, and then they have to catch you, and then they have to prove it to you, and then you have to prove it to them. And the IRS is the only place where you're guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, actually, how that works.
It's like court.
Yeah, they could. No, it's not court. No. No,
it's pretty much the same.
In the justice system,
yeah,
you're innocent until proven guilty, but in the IRS's eyes, you're guilty until you can prove yourself innocent, which is very difficult sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you made a small mistake in your tax return.
So you pay for your IRA from your business account, and you transfer.
No.
What?
No, the IRA has to go to you. It's called an individual retirement account. The money has to go to you somewhere. How? Either in a W-2 or as a dividend if you're in a company, if you own a company. So it has to go to you first. So $7,000 has to be transferred to you. Then you take that $7,000 and you open up either an IRA or a Roth IRA.
Okay, that's something new. You can't take the $7,000 from the LLC account and transfer it.
No.
Even if you're not a W-2 employee.
No, you have to take it to you first.
Okay. So you transfer it to your personal account and from your personal account.
Yeah, but just once again, if you took it from your business account and you transferred it into your Roth IRA, who's going to know? But if they ever went back and did an audit of your books, they can void your IRA.
I just want to make sure how you deduct it as an expense. And if you want to deduct
you deduct it from your business?
Yeah.
It's salary or a dividend.
Okay.
So it gets deducted from your company. You have to pay taxes on that $7,000. Or if you don't make $14,600, then you don't have to pay taxes on it.
Wait, I'm more confused, okay? It count as in my business. This $7,000 count as expense.
Because it went to you as salary
exactly or dividend.
Or dividend, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have to pay taxes on that $7,000.
On the income.
Yeah, or income or dividend.
Yeah, I get it.
And then you're taking that $7,000 and you're putting it into a Roth IRA.
Okay.
But remember that if you made $14,600 or less,
yes,
you're paying no federal income taxes on that.
Yes, correct.
So that's why you give it to your children.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can put the Roth IRA in their name. Now, you said something before, and just to close it up, the 529 plan, which is most people use for retirement, if you use the
for college,
for college.
Right,
for college, right? But most people use the 529 for college. You can now use your Roth IRA for college for the children for college, and if they decide not to go to school, they can continue to keep that Roth IRA
for retirement. Amazing.
The problem with a 529 plan is if you don't use it for college, then you're taxed and penalized unless you transfer it to somebody else. But if all my kids don't, if all your kids don't go to college, then now you're penalized unless you transfer it to a cousin or a nephew or a niece, and it's just a really bad. Basically, it's great for the college. The colleges say, hey, you have to give us money, or you're going to get penalized if you don't give us money.
So there is a difference here between the IRA that you open for your kids, because this $14,600 count as an expense for your business, which means you are not paying any taxes on it.
Right.
But on your own IRA, that doesn't count as expense of your business. It counts as withdrawal, like an owner withdrawal, or for example, as I don't know even how to call it. You do pay taxes on this $7,000 that you take for yourself.
No, right, because you're right. So if you take $14,600 off of your income,
correct,
you're not paying taxes on that $14,600. You gave it to your children. It goes into the same household, right?
Yeah.
So you get to still spend that $14,600 any way you want. I'm recommend. By the way, if you're a custodian of that $14,600 because you opened up an account with you and your son or your daughter, right? That you can do anything you want with that $14,600. I'm recommending that
do the IRA.
You start with the Roth IRA.
I know.
At least with $7,000. That's this year, because it goes up every year. At least with the $7,000 every year. All right. So we have Ed and Delco. Hold on, Ed. Don't put Ed on in a second. He thinks he's smarter than me,
Ed,
and I'm about to kick his butt in knowledge because he thinks that he should put the money into whole life insurance instead of their IRA. Now watch.
It's two different things.
I know. That's why Ed.
You got it, Larry. That was my question, but I know I know with the tax deduction for your kids, but you're contributing to a regular Roth IRA. Would you not be better in a whole life policy?
You would not, but I'm going to tell you where you missed your point. Okay. So now what you can do is you can overfund your life insurance policy with you have to put in more than $7,000, let's say $8,000, and then borrow $7,000 out of the overfunded whole life insurance policy and put that into a Roth IRA. That's the way to do it.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. I knew you knew a workaround.
Yeah, you're a little green in the whole life thing. I mean, I know you're studying for it, but you're a little green in it. I'm really into
learning.
it.
And the money you take to your life insurance,
right,
is also tax deductible.
No. Life insurance, you never want to tax deduct life insurance because if you write off the life insurance premium, then when the benefit comes in, it's taxable.
Yeah,
you never want to do that because life insurance is tax-free.
But it grows tax-free.
Right. It's so life insurance is tax-free proceeds when somebody dies.
Even when we use it the way we use it for infinite banking.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't write that off.
Okay.
But you can put the money in, take it back out, put it. So first of all, you need to understand also, Omri, that a Roth IRA is not tax deductible.
Okay.
An regular IRA is tax deductible. But the great thing about a Roth IRA is, no matter what it grows to, anything you pull out of that is tax free. You never have to pay taxes on any of the growth.
So you pay tax on your income. And what's left out of that, you put it in a Roth IRA.
Right. But this is a way to put a Roth IRA in your kid's name.
Yeah, that it is tax deductible.
That makes it tax deductible.
I
exactly.
know.
Right.
That's amazing.
Right, and it's just like you've heard this before, right? The rich don't pay taxes.
But why?
Because they learn things like this.
Because they're smarter, exactly.
They learn this.
I know.
Hello, everyone, every single person listening to my voice right now can do this.
Listen,
and you don't have to put $7,000. You don't have to pay your kids $14,600. You can pay your kids $5,000 and put $4,000 into a Roth IRA. You're still paying less taxes.
I sit in your classroom for years right now, and I didn't get that. Now that you said the words W2, and I didn't get how the money go to the kids, to the IRA for the kids, and now I just got that. So I think people just don't dig enough.
Yeah, no,
they don't dig enough.
It's and then they go, I went to my accountant and he told me all the things I can do. No, your accountant doesn't know. Wait,
watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Right? And that's the problem, right? The problem is these accountants are like, ugh. I went to my, I told you the story with the HSA. I'm not going to get into what an HSA is in a moment, but I go, hey, this year I opened up an HSA. He goes, oh, that's a really good idea. I go, you've been my accountant for 10 years. How come you didn't tell me about an HSA? So it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the state planning. You have to tell them what you want.
HSA, it's only, we need to make it,
insurance.
I know, but HSA is only if you have a high deductible.
Yeah, but let's not get into it because
we're dropping too much knowledge today. I know.
The audience right now is like, wow, my head's spinning.
It's a lot. So
I want to just focus on the paying your children $14,600, and it's a great move. And Ed, that's how you do it, Ed. You overfund the life insurance, you put the money in, and you take it back out, or you borrow it back out, and then you open up the Roth IRA. And there's so many advantages to doing that as well. As a matter of fact, that's one of the big things when we be talking about the Money Hacks event on August 17th. Mm-hmm. What we just talked to Ed about, how to overfund your whole life insurance policy and take the money back out and use that and have it grow in two places. Imagine you had $1,
it's like
right?
Double dipping.
Yeah, right. Imagine you had $1 and you were able to get interest on that dollar in two different places. And it's $1, it's in one place, and you get interest on it in two places. That's how overfunding the whole life insurance works. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty excited, man. I'm hoping you get your license soon.
Are you going to talk about in the next hour the promissory notes convertible?
The converter. Were you on my webinar this morning?
No.
Oh, okay. I posted that. I posted that. Yeah.
I
don't think I'm probably not going to talk about it because that's really high level stuff, right? So what Ed's talking about is I put a post in the students page, in the investor schooling students page about convertible notes. Wow, this is a step above anything you've ever heard of before. It's basically lending money. Just a little quick overview. It's basically lending money to companies that are traded on the stock exchange.
Okay.
Stock exchange, and your collateral is the company. It's amazing. It absolutely blows my mind, and the amount of money you make on this is so incredible. In fact, just to get to a little bit of it, you know about how Volkswagen just invested in Rivian?
$5 billion.
Yeah, right. So what they did was they basically did this. They basically lent them $1 billion at a time, and on the first $1 billion, they made $600 million in 3 days.
Wow.
So they lent them $1 billion, and in 3 days, they made $600 million on that $1 billion.
Is it legal for a company? Sorry.
The stock is collateral, right?
The company is collateral. Yeah, the stock's collateral. You're right. The stock's collateral. And they can only convert. The funny part is, it's like if I do the math, it's amazing because I actually was on the phone with. So I may put together a fund with this, doing this, but I can't really talk about it because it's like it may be a SEC violation for me to talk about it. But it's I may put so I can't give you too many details. But I may put together a fund that does this, and it'll be freaking amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. All right.
I think Warren Buffett did that for Goldman Sachs.
Wait. You think he did it once? He does it often.
No.
He does it often, right?
He gets the convertible bonds.
Right. This method of making money is so high level that I'm going to say probably 5% of the people in the country even understand it. Not even invest in it, even understand it. Mm-hmm. And I've been studying it for a while. Yeah. I've gotten together with some really high level people, putting this together, doing it already, and I'm going to start doing this because this is amazing to me. Absolutely amazing to me.
Sounds good.
All right, Ed, I'm going to kick you off because pretty soon we have to go to our station break, but we'll take a couple more minutes out. So we'll see you, Ed. So what else, Omri, before We got to go to station break.
I am just trying to do the math if I can do it this year. Okay, because I
you don't have to do the whole 14,000.
I know. So that's another question I have for you. Can you do it as a one-time yearly salary, or you have to do a monthly salary?
You can, because you got to remember that the IRS doesn't look at how often you paid your children.
Correct.
You can make them. You can pay them $14,600 for one photo shoot.
One time.
Exactly.
Amazing. I'm blown away by that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an amazing way to save money. I know, Deb, you were doing it for a while, right?
I was paying my
kids got older though,
but they were older.
Work,
and then they started working. So then I did half, and then I stopped because it was just too confusing to figure it out, the math. So.
Right now, will you put the money in a Roth IRA?
I did, yeah. Put it in a Roth, yeah. Okay. So they both have Roth set up.
So Deb actually came to class. She heard me say it, and she did it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. Excellent. I love it. Good stuff.
Very good stuff.
So,
hey, Larry.
Yeah.
I want to let you know, I just had a caller. They said they couldn't wait on the line, but they said that they changed the rules this year regarding the 529 and what's captive and what isn't.
Oh. I don't know. I'll look it up, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care.
Yeah, they said it just happened.
I don't even care. Because no matter what, it's so much better to do the Roth IRA. No.
Don't ever interrupt again. That's it.
I don't care, Glenn.
Because you know why? Because no matter what, the Roth IRA is still better. It's still better because you can use it later. There's no college requirement whatsoever with the Roth IRA, and you can also use the Roth IRA for, if you wanted to, for private school. So if the kid goes, if you're doing this from your kid being 3 or 2 or 1 or whatever, and they go to high school and they want to go to private high school, you could actually use the Roth IRA money for the private high school too. So it's also an advantage. But I'm telling you what, while we're on the break, because I know we have to go to station ID, in 1 minute?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Yeah, I know, because this new 2-hour show stuff is confusing to me.
What's confusing about it?
I don't know. It's just confusing because I have to talk for 2 hours.
And that has never stopped you before.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if I know how to talk for 2 hours.
Somehow, didn't you just say that you were talking for 8 the other day? You did 8
I did 8 hours, exactly. Right. So. All right, so
8 hours. Oh my God!
Yeah, can you imagine 8 hours of him?
I hope I'm happy I wasn't in the audience.
I'm going to do that again in Vegas.
Oh my God!
I got to go to Vegas and do that with the same group, the same RIA group. All right, he's playing music, which means we got to go to station ID in 9 more seconds or 8 more seconds, whatever it is, and then run 2 commercials after that, station ID, and we'll be back in a minute.
Yoo-hoo!
You're clear.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling. All opinions or statements expressed on the program are solely those of Investor Schooling or their guests and do not reflect the opinions of WPHT or Odyssey.
WPHT, WPHT-HD, WOGL, HD3, Philadelphia. From the Cherry Hill Volvo Studios, where relationships...
Larry, they actually do have regular spots scheduled for the first 2 minutes.
All right, that's fine.
I have a serious heart condition called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, or HCM. Some symptoms include being short of breath, feeling tired, or having dizziness or chest pain. I still had symptoms on my beta blocker, so I asked my cardiologist about any treatment advances. It was a breakthrough for me. That's why I'm working with Bristol Myers Squibb to raise awareness about HCM and to help others like me. Talk to your cardiologist today and visit hcmrealtalk.com for more information.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb. We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6481. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6481. That's 800-575-6481. Tax Relief Advocates, real solutions for real
putting
people.
These commercials on Facebook. I want to be paid for that.
Summer is here, which means pool days, beach trips, and yeah, you guessed it,
who was saying he got paid from
jams.
Facebook now?
Oh yeah, and heat waves.
I am.
Summer
I'm
catch
getting
you
paid
by
now, too.
surprise.
Are you
Get
getting
the
paid?
local
I signed up for it,
news
yeah.
you need, no
I got
matter
like
what you're up to.
$18 or
With the
something
free
last month.
Odyssey
Good
app,
for you. I mean,
you'll
it's
never
fun,
miss
yeah.
a beat. With alerts on
can
breaking
almost
stories
12%.
sent directly to
Halfway.
your phone. Listen today on the free Odyssey app.
All right, 15 seconds.
That's
stage up.
AUDACY.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all, not one bill. Your focus is supporting this child. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling. All opinions or statements expressed on the program are solely those of Investor Schooling or their guests and do not reflect the opinions of WPHT or Odyssey.
WPHT, WPHT-HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Cherry Hill Volvo Studios, where relationships are always live on the free Odyssey app. The Larry Steinhouse Show.
All right, good afternoon and welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. We are broadcasting here live from Investor Schooling headquarters right here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I am Larry Steinhouse. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling, and I'm here to make financial education fun and accessible to everyone, including you. I'm here with my awesome co-host, Dr. Deb. I'm here with my delightful co-host.
Delightful.
OMRI.
OMRI.
OMRI. Omri, right?
It's good. Maybe that way people will know how to pronounce that.
And of course, we're here also with sweet Glenn Page, the producer. So if you call in at
855-939-1137,
you'll get to talk to sweet Glenn Page.
Exactly. So please call at 855-939-1137.
All right. So the first half of the show, we were talking about Roth IRAs and why I think they're better than 529s. And we had a caller who didn't actually talk to us, who actually talked to Glenn and said that there was a new rule about 529. I looked it up, and it's interesting. It's like a teeny bit better, but it's not so good. So as of January 1st, 529 plan account owners and beneficiaries can roll up to $35,000 of unused funds into a beneficiary-owned Roth IRA tax-free. So basically what they're saying is the first $35,000 that your kids didn't use for college, you could roll that over into a Roth IRA. Why roll it over into a Roth IRA when you should have had a Roth IRA from the beginning and you don't have to worry about the first $35,000? So if you made all this money in your money, first of all, $7,000, $14,000 is 2 years, $28,000 is 3 years, right? I'm sorry, $28,000 is 4 years, right? And then you got the fifth year, you're already at $35,000. So if you put your money away for 5 years, you're already past the $35,000. That's assuming you made no money on it. And then if you keep going, you're already past that threshold of $35,000.
It's a much lower amount.
It's dumb.
It's a much lower than amount than what we are talking about here with the $7,000 a year.
So you know why this was formed?
Okay.
I'm going to say for the dummies that put their money in the 529 plan years ago because they didn't listen to me.
That they want to transfer
and now
it
they need to. Now they at least could save
$35,000
of tax free, money tax free. So yeah. So my suggestion is taking this money from the beginning and doing it in a Roth IRA. From the beginning, a Roth IRA. Now, of course, you have to make sure that your children have some kind of income, and we talked about how that works before. You can either pay them to shred paper, you could pay them to be a model, or you could pay them to be in your business, stuffing envelopes, whatever. Real estate agents do this a lot. Real estate agents hire their kids to stuff envelopes a lot.
Stamp the envelope, send the mailers.
Send out mailers, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's a great way to do it as well. All right. So again, if you want to, you have to put $35,000 into a Roth IRA. The other thing you can do with a Roth IRA,
529.
From your 529 into your Roth IRA, you can take $35,000, right? So another thing that's really neat about Roth IRAs is you can actually buy real estate in a Roth IRA.
Yeah.
Most people have no idea that you can do this. Buy real estate in a Roth IRA. I mean, to me, that's a major play. Buying real estate in a Roth IRA or lending money to a real estate investor out of your Roth IRA. And all that money grows tax-free forever if it's in a Roth IRA. All right, where are we? We need another contest for this hour. So people can get free tickets to the Money Hacks event.
Okay.
The Money Hacks event is August 17th. It's a full-day event at our office. We're going to teach you how to be your own bank. We're going to teach you how to overfund your life insurance. If you're listening to the first half, you heard me talking to Ed about overfunding your life insurance policy and how that's a really great way to do so many things, to retire, to become your own bank, to do so many different things. We're going to teach you how to how to invest in mobile homes and mobile home parks. We teach you how to buy real estate with absolutely no money. So that's at the Money Hacks event on August 17th. You can go to 4mmw.com. That's the number 4mmw.com. Or you could call us now for some contest that we're about to think up, and you can get free tickets. What's the contest, Omri? What do you want to do?
Now we know that it's OMRI, so to ask people to pronounce it, it's not going to work.
Yeah,
We can do something else.
I would actually like to learn. I love learning, you know that. I want to see if someone can come with a financial advice and amaze us. If someone can call today with a financial advice and amaze us, we'll be very happy.
All right, I love it. So if you're listening to this show and you have incredible financial advice, if it's absolutely wrong, I'll tell you it's absolutely wrong. But even if it's a little bit good, I'm going to accept that as a free ticket, right?
Yes.
So let's do it. So call up, and what's the phone number, Omri?
That's 855-939-1137.
Come on.
That's 855-939-1137. What are you doing?
The Facebook thing is stuck.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
All right, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's right. Facebook, the video is still going out on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, we're having this private conversation. Nobody knows what we're talking about. But
yeah.
say the phone number again, Omri.
That's 855-939-1137.
All right, and you call with any good financial advice, any legitimate financial advice, even if it's legitimate financial advice. Give us a call, and we'll give you a free ticket to the Money Hacks event. You could be a financial planner.
Where you will learn even more.
You could be a life insurance salesperson. You could be, I don't know, I don't care. You could be a Dave Ramsey fan. I don't care.
You can be a registered rep.
You could be a registered rep. And I promise I'll only make fun of you a little bit. No. So you could call us right now and get a free ticket to Money Hacks again. It could be something maybe your parents told you, maybe your friend told you, maybe a great money hack. Oh my goodness, how could I have not realized that goes together? So a great money hack. Call with a great money hack right now and get free tickets to the Money Hacks event on August 17th. All right, what are we going to talk about next? Oh my goodness, Glenn. Can we end the show now? We have nothing to talk about.
No, of course we do.
Yeah, let me get the music here. Wait a second. All right.
All right, we'll see you. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us today on the Larry Steinhouse.
Thank you for being with us. We will be here for the next 50 minutes.
We got to make sure that this is the second half of the show for tomorrow. So when the guy calls me again and says, "Hey," he leaves me a message and says, "Hey, how come nobody answers the phone?"
Can we talk again about the real estate market and what's going on with
really great idea.
with rentals right now, because something weird is going on with rentals.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think that the time that we used to get like 20 or 30 replies for a rental unit in the first 24 hours are gone. And I'm happy that they are gone because I'm a tenant myself. Okay? And I am just confused about what's going on with the prices. Because as much as, if you remember your description to what's going on with the real estate market as seller and buyer market, you said that in the same street, right, you will have a house with a bidding war, and you will have a house that will go under market value, right, or under the asking price.
Right.
I think that's what's going on.
That's exactly what's going on.
That's what's going on with the rentals right now.
Yeah, it was a perfect prediction.
Something with the rental is the same. And I see that more and more people right now has, let's say, bad rental history. Almost every rental that I am getting right now is people that it's potential tenants that has evictions in their past or criminal records and all that. And even with the price that I'm trying to be, let's say, competitive, okay, and to rent the place, you still can't rent to the certain people that apply right now.
So, what's happening?
Okay.
Is the economy is twisting and turning. It's really it's a lot worse than people think it is, but it's not as bad as the doomsayers say it is.
The doom.
The people say, "Oh, this economy is the worst economy we've had in 50 years." Stop it.
Worst of the world.
It's not. It's not the worst economy we've had. It's turning. It's starting to go the other way. It could get a lot worse. Now, the inflation that's happened over the last 2-3 years is killing everybody, absolutely killing everybody, and most people don't realize it yet. So what's going on? Right now we have the largest amount of debt on credit cards ever in the history of the country.
Really?
Yeah. So what do you think people are doing? What happened was...
Applying for more credit cards.
Well, that's not exactly what it is. That's true. We teach people to do that, but that's not exactly what I'm talking about. What's actually happening is people are used to a certain lifestyle. So 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, we had the Trump era, the first Trump era when everything was unbelievable. Even the end of Obama, it was unbelievable how great the economy was, right? And it just kept rolling up. And people were like, wow, I can buy anything I want now. And they started buying anything they want. They became very spoiled and very entitled. Then we had COVID, and people couldn't spend money. So what did they do? They paid off their bills instead of spending money because they couldn't go anywhere. Nothing was open. Right? And then the next thing that happened, of course, is now we have this massive inflation. So people are like, wait a minute, I'm used to doing whatever I want. I want to go to a restaurant and I want to spend $200 and take my wife out for dinner. I did that 3 years ago. Why can't I do it now? Well, the reason you can't do it now is because you have less money, or you're paying more money for things like rent and mortgage and
restaurants
and everything.
too.
I mean, even my insurance is unbelievable. The insurance that I have to pay, right, on all my properties. So all these numbers are going up, but you still feel entitled. So what do? You take out your credit card, and what's the difference? It's only $200.
Yeah.
And then next week, it's only another $200. And then all of a sudden, you open up your credit card bill and you go, holy cow, I'm over my limit on my credit card. And now you can't do it anymore. So you either take out another credit card, or maybe you refinance your home if you can, and you try to do it again. Eventually, it takes a little while for mentally to realize that you don't have the money you had 5 years ago. Now, same thing with the rent, right? Yeah. We've seen this with the rentals, with a few of our rentals right now, where people are applying for a $2,000 a month rent,
and they make
$3,000.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, don't you understand basic math? You can't possibly pay us $2,000 a month if you only make $3,000. Well, why? What's the problem? I don't have a problem with that. I paid $2,000 before. No, you can't do it. That's why they're moving, because they were paying $2,000, or maybe they paid more in the last place they were in, and they finally ran out of money, and they probably couldn't pay the landlord the last 2 months. They finally got behind, and he either finally evicted or they finally decided to leave, and they're coming to us going, hey, I can afford $2,000. I used to pay $2,000 somewhere else. It doesn't work that way. And when you do the math, you realize that in order to pay $2,000 a month, you better bring home a minimum of $4,000.
We had this even that is impossible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think you need to at least make $6,000 to make.
No, not maybe not 6, but
no.
So at least 5.
A family.
Yeah,
5's a good number. I'm just saying when I say minimum 4
is
minimum 4 take home pay.
Yeah,
minimum
but that's
4.
like a
minimum.
Stretch.
The minimum a family of 4 pay right now for groceries is $2,000.
No, for a month?
Yes.
No.
You think more?
No, it's a lot less. For groceries?
Yes.
$500, $600, $700.
For a month?
For a month.
You haven't been in a supermarket.
I don't think $2,000, but it's
so
not
much
$500
time.
a month. So that party I had, it cost me $400 just for one day.
That's a party. That's different.
I know, but it's like, but with a bunch of adults there. So parse that out over 2 weeks. You're looking at least $800.
Guys, what's going on with both of you? You know how much we paid those days, even for chicken breasts. Chicken breast is $3 a pound right now. Okay. You need fruits. You need vegetables. You cook.
All right, hold on.
Farmers market.
I'm also going to tell you.
I know. Everybody.
Listen, I have to tell you that the three of us are not normal.
Okay.
And when I say that is we are still living in a higher lifestyle than most of the people that are going through this right now. The people who are making $75,000 a year, that were making $75,000 a year 5 years ago, they don't have the spending power of that $75,000, a lot less.
How they eat? Educate me.
How do they eat?
Yes.
They eat
at home more.
We just talked about what I just said was they're spending less, or they're spending more on groceries, but they may not be spending. You said $2,000, which is insane. You said $1,000. I said $700, but believe me, these people, if they have 5 kids at home and
Yeah.
2 people working and making $75,000,
Yeah.
they're not spending $700 on groceries. They might be spending 4 or 5 on groceries, and they're buying cheaper groceries. They're buying name brand store brand foods. They're buying the cheap stuff. Maybe they're going to, I don't know, some of those supermarkets that have the secondhand stuff, or maybe the dollar store. You been to a dollar store lately?
Yeah.
You ever see what happens when you go into a dollar store?
I just spoke
You see
about
a
that
whole-
last
you
year.
did, that's right.
Yeah,
People are
last
going
week.
and-
I'm sorry.
and they're buying food from a dollar store.
Larry, I'm buying only not only, but mostly the store brand. Okay, we are buying a lot because we eat at home and we cook at home a lot. Okay, and we are 4 people in the house.
Okay.
And we are touching $2,000 every month.
Yeah, you could definitely cut back on that.
And I am
For 4
buying
people, $2,000?
and I'm buying my vegetables. Listen, and I'm buying my vegetables in places like Produce Junction. Okay, to save money. That's what we spend right now on groceries.
All right.
Groceries prices.
This is your house. I would maybe think about that.
Grocery
But anyway,
prices went up.
Let's go back to normal people. Normal people, not you, not Debbie, not I. Let's look. My wife alone.
Yeah.
She has all these health foods, and her health food bill is probably $1,000 a month just for stuff that has nothing to do with us eating. But that's okay. It's not the point. The point is most people, they're struggling right now.
Yeah.
And they're going to pay less. But if you take $4,000, and that's what I was talking about before, and $2,000 rent. They're making $4,000, $2,000 rent. If you got a car payment and you got a beat up car that you're making a car payment on, it's $300. Most people, what do? They go out and buy a brand new car that they can't afford. They pay $700 to $800 on that car, and now they're already at $2,800. And they got insurance on that car, another $200. Then you got groceries, $400. Then you got food. Then you got like clothing and normal living.
Utilities.
That's just $4,000.
Yeah.
So $4,000. Absolute minimum that somebody should pay $2,000, and that's tight. That's super tight.
Listen, I want to see if they have an auto loan. Okay, I want to see if they still have their education loan. I want to see what they pay every month.
Yeah.
Okay.
The numbers don't work.
Exactly. If this person doesn't have a car, doesn't have any loan, I would go with that. To add loans, you need to support kids.
And $4,000 take home is probably around $60,000 gross.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
I know.
So that's why we're getting harder and harder applications
Time,
now,
yeah.
Because the people who are now struggling, they're finally realizing the mistakes that they made, and they're finally realizing, hey, maybe I can't go out to dinner this week. Maybe I shouldn't go out to dinner this week, even though I'm used to going out to dinner 3 times a week.
So what are they doing? Are they going to take another job?
No, they're gonna find it's gonna come down like a house of cards.
You think so?
Absolutely, and that's where what's coming. The recession that's coming is going to be triggered by this. It's going to be triggered by people wanting to live the lifestyle that they lived 5 years ago that they can't live anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you that everybody wants to blame Biden for inflation. Okay, it's fun to blame Biden for inflation. I'm not. I don't even think Biden knows how to spell inflation anymore. But that's beside the point, right? The real problem was the Fed, while Trump was president, didn't raise interest rates.
And with that, giving away money for free. Giving people money for free.
Came from COVID. But I'm talking about the Fed should have raised interest rates while Trump was president.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the mistake that the Fed made. They waited way too long to raise interest rates. Then they waited way too long to raise interest rates again, when they should have done it when the whole COVID thing happened. Then, now, what are you doing? They're waiting way too long to lower interest rates.
Yeah.
We need to lower interest rates. We need to drop interest rates at least a point just so people could calm down a little bit. So maybe, people could buy houses again. Maybe people could rent again. Maybe people can afford their mortgages, especially if they had an adjustable rate mortgage. I had a whole bunch of HELOCs. My payments tripled.
I know.
On my HELOCs. That's rough.
I know.
So what did I do? What do you think I did to make those payments?
I guess
I raised rents.
Yeah.
Right? Because, hey, I can raise rents. You were paying $1,800, now you're paying $2,400. Why? Because it cost me that much money to live there, and because I can. So this is the effect. That's why
it's not because you can. It's because you need.
Well, no,
because if tomorrow you need to replace a furnace or a roof, you need to be able to do that.
And then the insurance company sends me a bill for my own house for $2,800.
Yeah, I don't get that.
$2,800.
Something doesn't make sense.
I used to pay $700 for my house.
You told me that. Something doesn't make sense here. Something, I don't know why.
$2,800. And then the other day I had a claim. Of course, I had a water claim. I had a water leak.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid to call them. But, there was enough damage where I had to call them. But it was just one of those things where, like, I'm so afraid I'm raising the rates again. So I'm afraid to call them. And I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? That's what I have insurance for. Stop.
That's why we pay for
it. But
I
also say that if I took all my properties, every one of my properties, and canceled all the insurance on my properties, I would save, I don't know, I think was something near 60 or 70,000 a year that I would save. And how much is a claim?
Exactly.
The average claim is $20,000.
Be your own insurance company.
Be my own insurance company, exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
The only problem I have is liability. If somebody trips on the property or slips on the property, I don't have liability insurance, and that could be a problem.
Do only liability.
Yeah, so that could be a problem for me.
Pretty sure it would be much cheaper. We saw it.
Of course, the other thing is anyone that I have a bank mortgage on, I can't cancel the insurance
because they pay it.
No, because they'll get what's it called? Forced placement.
Forced place. They'll get forced placed on it.
Yeah.
So this is what's happening. This is why we're having trouble, Omri. This is why we're having trouble renting places. This is why the economy is really bad compared to what most people's heads think. And it's not as bad as the people go, no, the economy's terrible. So just understand that it's like we're really there. It's about to swing. And the worst part is President Trump's going to come back in, and what do you think's going to happen?
They're going to blame him for everything.
They're going to blame him for all the things that happened.
I was about to say nothing will actually change.
Well,
Larry, can I say something here?
Yeah.
This is actually what I've been saying for months. I've been saying what's going to happen is Trump's going to get back in there, or they're going to let him get back in there. And this is partially why I don't want to see Trump get reelected, is because everything you're saying about how it's going to crash, I think that's inevitable. Based on everything you just said, I think it's inevitable. And when he gets back in there, people are going to be distracted. They're going to blame it on him, even though it was going to happen anyway. And it's going to be the Trump show, instead of people looking at what really went wrong and blaming the people who need to be blamed, or saying what you just said, we should have raised interest rates when we had the chance. It's just going to be the Trump show again. And I think some of the people behind the scenes probably want that. They want everybody looking at Trump instead of looking at...
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. They have a brain-dead dementia patient going against him, although the rumor is he's dropping out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's the rumor, but we'll see. But no matter who they put up against Trump right now, if the election is fair, Trump absolutely will win. There's no doubt. If the election is fair, he'll win. I mean, whatever voters were still on the fence last week went to Trump.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I didn't see any new surveys, but the surveys before the debate, weren't so good. They were they
were great.
They were very close to each other.
Yeah.
So
he was still ahead. But now it's gone up a lot.
Okay.
So I mean, the sympathy vote is unbelievable. Plus the fact that how dare somebody, right now the Democrats are being blamed for this assassination attempt. How dare they try to take out their opponent? And that's the only way they could have won.
Who said that?
Who's saying that? I'm saying it.
That the Democrat...
You think this 20-year-old kid just climbed up a building, hey, I don't feel like doing anything today. I think I'm just going to take my dad's rifle, climb up a building, and shoot Trump.
And he will give up his life for that.
Who knows what he's thinking?
I have no idea.
Who knows what he was thinking, what would happen after he did this?
Okay. He had to give his life to do that. I hope you're wrong. I hope nobody convinced him to do something. Let's say that.
There's no way this 20-year-old kid just woke up in the morning and said, I'm going to do this.
Let's talk about that.
It doesn't work. It's not reality.
I tried to read about him. On the media, there is almost nothing.
That's right.
Everything you read is that he was a registered...
Why? Who controls the media?
Okay.
Do you know that there's a rumor? And I don't know if actually it seems to be true. I can't find it, though. That BlackRock, Soros-owned company, had puts on DJT, which is the stock for the social media company, Truth Social.
Yeah.
They bought $12 million worth of puts the week before. You know what would happen? You know what would happen if Trump died that day? You know what DJT would be at right now?
0.
5 or less. They would have made billions of dollars on that play. Billions. So
yeah, I get it.
And here's another thing too. You know, the only thing you do find, this kid was in a video commercial for BlackRock. How interesting is all this?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm nobody. I can't prove this stuff, but there's a lot of connecting dots here. A lot of connecting dots here. So that's what I'm wondering what happened. I don't think it was reality. I don't think this guy woke up one day and said, I'm going to shoot the president. I don't think that roof was empty because Secret Service said, oh, it's a slope roof, which is absolutely hysterical. You know, they would have been better off going, I can't believe we left that roof open, instead of saying, it was a sloped roof, so we didn't put somebody on there. I really? That's almost as bad as this woman trying to holster her gun for 5 minutes, and she can't figure out how to holster a gun. Did you see that?
I haven't heard about that, but as a person who worked,
she kept trying.
Oh my gosh, she can't holster a gun, right?
No, as a person who worked on roofs many times, I can tell you, you can stand.
I know.
You can stand on.
And it wasn't even a major slope either. We're not talking about like a 12-pitch roof. We
saw it on Monday. It's a flat roof.
It was like that. It
It's
was
a
like
flat
the roof
roof.
on my house. I'll be working with. Exactly. It's nothing. So this is bizarre. Everything about this makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
And you know what we're going to find out about it?
What?
Never. We're going to find nothing about it. It won't be talked about again. Nothing will happen. If Trump gets in the White House and he can uncover it, he'll bring it up, but we'll never see it. You know what? I was pretty impressed. I got to something else. I never watched the RNC. I just don't care. I mean, like, I'm not this kind of person that, like, you know,
RNC,
the Republican National Convention.
Okay.
So I don't really watch stuff like that, and I just wanted to watch Trump's speech the other night because I just thought it would be, especially after being shot at, right? I mean, I've heard Trump speak so many times. I'm in the room with him. You know, I'm in these private events with him. So I've heard him speak so many times. I probably wouldn't have cared to listen to him again because I know exactly what he's going to say. He says the same stuff, most of the same stuff over and over again. But because of the shooting last Saturday, I really wanted to see if he referenced it and how he referenced it. But one of the things he did that was impressive was he said he actually complimented the Secret Service for saving his life.
Oh, wow.
How they jumped on him and how they kept him and they pulled him away. So that was pretty impressive. Now, everyone in social media is saying what?
That he's sarcastic.
No, that the Secret Service failed miserably. I mean, miserably. In every single way, they failed miserably.
What was the first thing he did when he was elected in 2016? You remember?
No.
He thanked Hillary Clinton.
Oh, did he? Okay.
He thanked her.
I don't remember, but that's fine.
So there is something more to him, apparently, than ego.
No. So the funny part is, they keep saying that Trump wants to run for president for ego, when we have Biden, the dementia patient, staying in the race because of only one reason. His ego. Any Democrat is saying, please leave so we can have a possibility of winning against Trump. That's what any Democrat would say, right?
It's not ego. I think that Biden believes nobody else can save the country from Trump.
So Biden is the only one who can't. According to, if you want to be a Democrat and say, Biden,
you don't need to convince me. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, if Biden is so bad as a candidate that he's losing because he's the candidate.
But I think through his eyes, he is very needed.
Maybe.
Through his eyes, he's extremely needed right now.
And what's that called?
Ego.
Hello? Did I just say that?
No, I think it's called grandiosity in this case.
Okay, fine. Even better, grandiosity.
Yeah, because...
Deb, as a medical writer, is grandiosity and ego basically the same?
I think that we should, start moving on to a different topic
Let's go.
Because, I mean, I get the whole politics thing.
We're about to go to
talk to us. Bring us to track. What do you want to talk about?
Wait a minute. Before we go to commercial break,
okay.
Why don't you give the phone number out 7 times?
We have a phone number?
Yes.
Okay. That's 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. Again, that's 855-939-1137. Call us.
All right. So can we go? Do you want to say something before we go to commercial?
No, we're good. I think we're
Because
good.
when we come back, we could talk about something else. But I just thought thought it was an interesting topic.
Yeah.
No, I think it's an interesting topic, but I think you've also beaten a dead horse. I think we got your point. You know what I mean? Like,
What is a dead horse?
you never heard that expression?
No, educate me.
Beat a dead horse? It's over. It's done.
Beat the dead horse. Okay.
Beat a dead horse. Yeah.
Beat
it's
the
already
dead
done.
horse. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
telling
already
you, we
dead. You can't do anything.
gotta play that game where people guess if will Omri know the expression.
I know exactly right.
We just have to have all the expressions listed
Exactly.
out.
Yeah, just pick an expression and then have the callers guess whether is
Omri will
Omri
do
going to
it.
know it.
There you go. I like it a lot.
That's a good.
All right, so let's do this. When we come back, we'll play the game, pick an expression, and see if Omri knows what it means. All right? And that phone number is?
855-939-1137.
All right, we'll see you in about 2 minutes. This is Larry Steinhouse of Investor Schooling. Did you know we are having a full one-day event on August 17th? It's called the Money Hacks event. You want to come to this event and you will learn how to become your own bank, how to invest in real estate without any money. You will learn the stock market and you will learn how to build credit for cash flowing assets and so much more. It's a full day packed with information. Use the code 1210, that's 1210, to get a 50% discount on the ticket. Go to 4mmw.com, that's 4mmw.com, and register today. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Do you know when the best time to buy investment properties is? It's now. It's always now. You just need to learn how to buy them correctly. Go to investorschooling.com and sign up for a complimentary class this Thursday night and learn how to buy investment properties and make money every time. That's right. That's what we teach. We teach how to buy investment properties and make money every time.
You've got Joel in Freehold wants to speak about interest rates.
Okay,
Joel in Freehold, New Jersey.
That's investorschooling.com.
Can I tell you something ironic?
Yeah. Just remember, we're still live on Facebook.
No, I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
Everything you need. So you know how the left is always accusing the right of being conspiracy monger and lunatics. I think it's very easy to do that when the wind is blowing your way. Because, dude, I was on social media. I'm on social media a lot because of my music. And I must have seen hundreds, if not thousands, of comments immediately about how the Trump shooting was staged and faked.
Yeah, staged, right.
And this is you can tell it's catch up. And I'm like, these people are.
Tired of hearing about
I'm not saying it's good to be a conspiracy monger,
right.
but these people have no moral high ground.
Yeah, I agree.
When it's expedient for them, they're just as bad as anybody else.
Yeah, you should have brought that up during the show.
Well,
but Dr. Deb doesn't like us talking about politics.
I talk about politics. I just don't want to only talk about politics.
Always.
I just thought it was funny. All right, we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Investorschool.com right now. RSVP for this Thursday. We'll see you there. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Don't go through life ignorant about how to become
might want to reiterate for the listeners, what kind of stuff
precious metals,
you cover.
and learn from
Larry,
sure. At Investor Schooling, we teach these things and more. We only provide education, and we will teach you how to leverage real estate, how to leverage the stock market, and how to leverage precious metals to make more money than you've ever made before.
Larry.
Go to investorschooling.com and take a complimentary class this Thursday. We will see you there. Investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. Come on.
Right.
You forgot we changed the name of the show.
I want to do the live.
Okay, hold on.
So do the Larry Steinhouse.
Hold on. Welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show, brought to you by Investor Schooling.
Live.
I thought it was the Larry.
The.
Show. Yeah, it was the. No, you said Larry Steinhouse Show.
Okay, hold on, stop. Hey, Glenn, can you start the music again? All right, everybody, welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. It's brought to you by Investor Schooling.
Live.
And I want to let you know that we talk about financial education. We teach people how to invest in real estate, how to invest in the stock market, how to use IRAs properly, how to pay your kids money and get tax benefits for it, how to overfund your life insurance policy and make money. All we teach is education. I think that's kind of redundant.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We don't sell any products. We only teach you how to use the products. And I don't care where you buy them from. We have some suggestions. It doesn't matter.
You don't sell any products. Is that what you're trying to say?
We don't sell any products. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Exactly. We only sell. That's the word I'm looking for. We only sell education.
That's
Okay.
what I was trying to
So
correct
before
you.
the show, what did we say?
You must have eaten a lot of gluten today because you're all over the place with your
It must have been the beer I drank last night. All right, but where are we? What was the contest we had before we started?
We said that you want people to call and try to challenge me with an expression I don't know.
Expression, right? So if you call 855-939-1137.
No. It's 855-939.
Let me explain what the contest is, okay? If you call 855-939-1137 and have an expression that you think Omri doesn't know what it means, you can get, and if he doesn't know what it means, you can get a free ticket to the Money Hacks event on August 17th. They're normally $147. You can get 2 free tickets, actually. You and a guest come for free to our full-day event. Okay, the phone number again?
855-939-1137.
All right, I think we have Joel on the line. We still have Joel? What's up, Joel?
Larry, can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. What's going on? And by the way, you're speaking at the Money Hacks event, aren't you?
Yes.
Awesome. So this is Joel Crowd. He's actually, I recognize the voice.
That's Joe Burr.
What? Joel Crowd?
Joe Burr.
Yes, but not today.
Yes.
Okay.
No bird today. No bird. I thought it was an interesting topic listening to the background about interest rates and the government, and how they relate to each other. And there always seem to be inverse, right? All the time, Larry, you and I are doing this for decades. The government's always the last person to figure it out because obviously they're watching 12-month trailing statistics, right?
Correct. Yes.
And that really is a huge impact in your comment before about during the latter part of the Trump administration not raising rates early enough. And now sort of inverse as people are starting to choke on their HELOCs.
Yeah.
At the same time, a lot of institutions are actually cutting off the availability of new ones and or capping the ones that exist out there. We've had lots of clients come to us for the residential side of the world, which we really rarely ever do. Everyone scouring, looking for a fresh HELOC or to increase the ones they have as they're running out of room, just to your point.
Yeah, absolutely.
People are getting crushed out there, between credit cards, which used to be, 9-12%. Now the absurd ones are 24 to 36.
Yeah.
Plus the fees on top. And, all those things are just layering on and starting to catch up with people. They got so used to spending, as Omri said, that free money that the government handed out, and they continued that lifestyle, and that cycle is now catching up.
Absolutely true.
I definitely agree with you guys that we are in for a pretty bad time. The government won't figure out till it's too late and lower rates till it's way too late, and they're going to have to step in on 2 different fronts, right? The commercial real estate reset, as well as student loan asset-backed defaults, which is at a higher rate. I believe it's actually at a higher rate now than real estate defaults were in the crash of 08.
What do you mean by commercial real estate DSAT?
So, in Philadelphia, New York City, all the metros, you have these rate resets. They're generally in the commercial world every 5 years, maybe 7 or 10. And as they keep coming due, you go from a 3 3/4 interest rate to 7%. Most of those loans cannot debt service at that increased rate and are automatically in default. When they go in default, banks have to increase their loan loss reserves against them, thus tightening up their process and making less money available to the market. So it starts to strangle in all directions. But because of the magnitude this time, the government's going to have to step in, or we're going to end up with 6 major banks across America, and that's it. The little guys will go to Silicon Valley route and won't be able to survive it. Their balance sheets are just too overweighted with the lower interest rate loans, and those balance sheets won't survive.
So Joel's not wrong. He's just over-exaggerating.
Okay.
Okay? I mean, it's going to be a major problem. It really is. And I think we are now, one point is where we need to go. Now, you know what they're going to do, right? The next interest rate drop, which probably won't be for 6 months, or possibly by the end of the year, will be a 1/4 point. Because they don't understand that they need to move faster than this. They needed to move faster when they didn't do it, and they need to move faster now before it becomes a major problem. But these guys in the ivory tower, and I'm not talking about people like Trump, I'm not talking about people like Warren Buffett, I'm talking about the real ivory tower, like Powell. Powell lives in a real ivory tower because money means absolutely nothing to him. He controls the entire money.
Who?
Financial.
Again?
The Powell, Gerald Powell,
Gerald Powell.
He's the Fed chair.
Yeah.
He controls the entire monetary system of the United States, which also controls across the country, across the world.
Yeah, exactly.
So he doesn't care. He doesn't have to buy anything. He doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to have anything to do with anything. All he does is control whether you're going to go in the poorhouse or whether you're going to go in the rich house, which I think is so wrong. He's playing God with money, and he doesn't even play it well.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
And that's why we're in this situation we're in. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate you, man. Good stuff.
See you soon. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man. Oh, by the way, do you want to give an expression for Omri? Or is it too late? Okay.
Yeah, I have a question actually based on that. So, if some of the banks go under and they go the Silicon Valley route, and you have a mortgage with that bank that closes down, what happens to that mortgage?
The mortgage gets transferred to another bank.
It just gets transferred to another bank.
Yeah. First of all, even Silicon Valley, when they went down, any assets they had were bought up by other banks.
Okay.
I can't remember who bought them. I remember there was an article on it. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, they bought up by other banks. But what really happens with the interesting thing is, if you remember 2008, the paper got lost. So you buy notes, and and what's that called? Assange?
Yeah, I can't think of it.
It's funny,
I can't think of it on
blank, right?
Yeah.
So it's when you buy a note from another bank. So let's say one bank buys a note from another bank. There's all kinds of paperwork that has to go with it, and if any of the paperwork's missing, that note could become void. So if the homeowner actually says, "Hey, listen, before I start paying you, I want to make sure that all this paperwork's in place," and if it's not, that homeowner might actually say, "I don't owe you any money. I paid you off, or I never borrowed it from you because you don't have proof that I borrowed it from you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why could happen coming soon when all the banks go bad.
You scare me.
What? I scare you?
A bit.
So here's the best way. So anybody who's listening, the best way to beat all of this, to beat the Great Reset, to beat inflation, to beat all of this, is to have your own economy.
And to be in debt.
Well, debt is a whole other issue, but to have your own economy. Don't worry about the economy outside of your own economy. Yes, the economy outside your economy affects your economy, but if you know how to use that to your advantage, it's not a problem. Real estate is great, because what happened? All three of us increased our net worth over the last 3 years because real estate went up so much that we increased our net worth.
Amazingly, I know.
And we didn't have to do anything. Now, we bought stuff during the 3 years. We bought stuff, so that increased it more. But we didn't have to do anything. We could have just sat back and just had an increase in net worth and stopped thinking about salary. You know how much Warren Buffett makes a year? You want to guess?
I'm afraid to guess.
Yes, take a number.
350 million.
How much do you think Warren Buffett makes?
I would say half a billion is what I would think.
Glenn, what do you think? How much do you think Warren Buffett makes a year?
5,000.
How much?
5,000.
5,000. You're closer than both of them, by the way.
Yeah,
so his W-2 income.
I figured it was going to be outrageously low.
His W-2 income is $100,000 a year.
Oh wow.
Warren Buffett's W-2 income is $100,000 a year.
Okay.
You should see the expression on Omri's face right now.
No, but
how can that possibly be? The guy's still is one of the richest, but for a long time was the richest person on the planet. Right?
I want to see his 1040. I don't care about the W-2. That's
exactly.
So even his 1040, how do you think the rich? So it always makes me laugh. Tax the rich, increase their tax. If you increased the tax rate to, I don't know, if you make $1 million a year to 99% tax, how much more taxes is Warren Buffett going to be paying if you increase the tax rate to 99%?
If you make $100K a year,
nothing.
Exactly.
Right, nothing. So it always makes me laugh that these people have no freaking clue how it works, and they do this and they say these dumb things, right? So now, people like Warren Buffett, people like Robert Kiyosaki, You know how they make their money tax-free? You knew the answer. You said the word before.
The life insurance policy.
Debt.
Oh, debt.
That, yeah.
Debt. They borrow money against their assets. When do they have to pay this money back?
Who knows?
Never. Never. So if they have an asset worth $1 million and they can borrow $500,000 off it doesn't matter. They borrow $500,000 off that asset. How much do they have to pay in taxes on $500,000?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Exactly. It's all an expense.
That's how they do it.
So, but they don't borrow money from people. They borrow money from banks.
It could be people. It could be banks. It could be their own company.
Yeah.
So their own company can have a whole bunch of cash reserves. So the whole company has a cash reserve of $1 million. A cash reserve. And now Robert Kiyosaki, or forget Robert Kiyosaki, me. My company has a cash reserve of $1 million, right? And instead of me taking a salary or a bonus of $1 million, what do? I borrow that $1 million from the company with a payment plan that could be $1 a month. It doesn't really matter.
With zero interest.
Well, you have to probably use an implied interest, but it doesn't really matter. It's just think about it. I get $1 million. What I have to pay back, even if I paid back $300 a month, who cares? It would never be a problem.
Yeah.
And I get $1 million tax free because I didn't take that as a dividend, or I didn't take it as salary. I took it as a loan. This is why when the real rich, say they're ultra rich, have the Democrats screaming, "Tax the rich, tax," they laugh. They actually laugh at them because
they don't make any money.
They don't understand that these people don't make any money. Warren Buffett doesn't make any money. He makes $100,000. Who can live on 100? I mean, some people can, but who can really live a lifestyle like Warren Buffett on $100,000? You can't live a lifestyle like Warren Buffett on $100,000. Now, Warren Buffett's very conservative, but he still goes out a lot. He still travels. He has private planes. So yeah, that's $100,000. That's what he's making. Amazing how people just don't know the rules. It's the same thing as the rule we talked earlier in the show. We talked in the first half. We talked about paying your family or paying your kids the money, which was $14,600. And if you pay your kids $14,600, you're not paying taxes on that money. They're not paying taxes on that money, and that's how you pay less taxes. Why do people not know this? What's the number one reason they don't know this?
Because they don't know any better.
No.
They don't come to investor schooling.
For sure.
You just learn it from your parents. You know?
Yeah. And they rather be in this position to blame the rich.
Right. Everyone thinks that, especially what their parents taught them about money is correct, like Debbie was saying. And it's so wrong. The people do not understand money at all. That's why the title of my book, Money Hacks, the subtitle is because everything you think you know about money is wrong. And it's so true. Everything you think you know about money is wrong. Now, I'm curious. Somebody want to call in, because we only got about 10 more minutes, but somebody want to call in, either they're pissed off about it or they're excited about it. I'm just curious to know what your reaction is. So give us a call at
855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137.
All right. So give us a call. Let us know. Joe online is saying 2008's going to come back all over again.
No, it's not.
It's going to be different than 2008.
Yeah.
It's just going to be different. It's similarities, and one of the similarities is the bailouts. The bailouts came to the people instead of the banks this time, and it's going to be similar. But 2025, 2026, we're going to start to see some real pressure. And if you're not in real estate now, you need to get in real estate as soon as possible. Now, yes, 2026, 27, 28 are going to give you a lot of great buying opportunities, but you need to be able to buy those buying opportunities. So if you're buying real estate now and you know how to buy it right, you can actually use that leverage to buy the properties in 27, 28, and 29 when the prices go down. Now, understand, you always need to buy as much real estate as possible. Buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. All right, Deb, you look like you got something on your mind.
No, I'm good. I finally thought of the word was allonge, but
allonge, that's it. Yeah, right.
It's an allonge, but whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, allonge is when they look at the paperwork. You can explain that one.
Well, the promissory note is recorded, but the allonge is not. But the allonge ties everything together. So you need to have the allonge to be able to prove that you own the. So when you're buying a note, you need to look at the trail of everything, and if there's anything missing if there's a break in the chain, then it means that you don't own the loan.
You might not own the loan, and now you try to collect on it.
Yeah.
And people say, hey, show me the paperwork.
Show me
and
the
if
paperwork.
you don't have it,
Yeah.
then you don't have to collect on it, and then you can't foreclose.
Right.
So now there's like kind of like an orphan
Yeah.
loan.
So you have to fix any mistakes that are in there, and it could take a little bit of time to do that before you're able to foreclose on the loan, because everything has to be completely, exactly, absolutely correct.
Right, and that's what happens when the banks go bankrupt. When banks go bankrupt, when banks close, is some of the paperwork gets lost.
Yeah,
and not only the paperwork, but it's a little rough. Okay, we got John in Phoenixville. What's going on, man?
Hey, Larry. I have about $100,000 in cash, and I own 2 homes.
Great.
But I have a lot of debt. So if I try to buy something for $5,000, it wouldn't happen if I had to borrow it.
You want to bet?
So what can I do?
You can buy anything you want.
What I've got.
Okay, so your homes are.
You say that.
So are your homes mortgage free?
No, they're not. That's what I mean.
Okay.
But I have about $450,000 in equity in both of them.
All right. First of all, immediately get a HELOC. You don't have to use it right away, but just immediately get a HELOC before you can't. Okay? Because you always.
Okay, I'm sorry. A HELOC. I'm sorry, Larry.
A HELOC.
A line of credit against the value.
Home equity line of credit. So I want you to get.
Okay, but I have. But how do I get a line of credit if I don't have my expenditures or my loan to debt never makes it?
All right. So
What do you call that?
So when your debt to income ratio is what you're talking about. So your debt to income ratio.
That's it.
So do you have a lot of credit cards?
Yes.
And you owe money on that?
I can't pay them off because then I won't have the $100,000.
All right. So I don't want you to pay them off with your $100,000. At least not yet. There may be a possibility, but the first thing I want you to do is if you get a HELOC, a home equity line of credit, you could tell them when you apply for the HELOC, that's one of the conditions is that you're going to pay off your credit cards. And you have any car loans?
Yes.
Okay.
One.
So you're going to pay your car loans and your credit
$15,000.
cards. Beautiful. You're going to pay your car loans and your credit cards off with your home equity line of credit. Make that a condition. First of all, your worst case scenario is your payment's going to be a lot less, so it might be easier to live. That's the worst case scenario. But if you pay the same amount of money you were paying to your car loans and your credit cards, you pay it to your HELOC will be paid off faster, and you now have access to money anytime you need it for anything you want to do, such as buying other properties. But as I said before, Omri, how much money do you need in your pocket or in the bank? Exactly how much money do you need to buy any property out there right now?
I don't need anything.
You need zero, exactly. So the one thing that we teach at Investor Schooling, John, is we teach people how to buy properties with absolutely no money. In fact, most of the time now, I get money back at closing. So like when I bought my warehouse, I got $13,788 that I put in my pocket. So I brought to closing no money. I got $13,788 and I still had positive cash flow. And we would teach you how to do that, so you don't have to use your $100,000. But your specific situation may need, you may need some coaching on it. Have you ever taken a free class with us yet?
No.
How long have you been listening to us?
Let me ask you something.
Sure.
Okay, so I just bought a boat down in Florida for the house down in Florida.
Okay.
I had to pay 10.25% credit because of my debt to loan ratio or debt to income ratio. Having said that, how do I go into a bank and say, I want a home equity loan? What do I put down on it? One of the homes equity?
Yeah, that's what a home equity loan is.
So, okay, so they sign on the mortgage that if something happens to me, I default, they take the house. But will they just give me $250,000 or $100,000 and I pay off the stuff and I have the rest of the cash flow and I pay them back monthly?
So the answer, depending on how much money you make and how much, what your debt to income ratio would be if you paid off all those things, including the boat, with your home equity line of credit. I'm also going to tell you why you're paying 10.5% on a boat. It's not because your debt to income ratio was high. It's because the guy the finance the finance desk at the boat place knows that if he says something like that, you want the boat bad enough, you'll pay 10.5% interest. Now, don't think that you got ripped off, because it probably should have been 8, so it's not terrible. But understand, that's the real reason. The real reason that you pay 10.5 is the guy behind the desk took advantage of you. He knew you wanted the boat really badly, and he did it.
Okay, I know where you're coming from with that. Am I screaming? It sounds like I'm screaming.
You're not
I'm not screaming, am I?
No, you're
not
fine.
at all.
Okay, all right. I went to buy the boat. I bought the boat. I was turned down financing from the boat place. I went to another bank. I was turned down financing because of my debt-to-income ratio.
Okay.
But I then went, they have these boat loan companies online, and I went with one of them, and they guaranteed that I'd get the loan.
Okay,
They have
great.
to fish around and get it, so they got somebody at 10.25. And I'm fine with that.
That's fine. Yeah, it's all right. It's fine. It's fine.
Right now.
So
Negotiation.
but you just made it a little harder for you to get a HELOC, and the HELOC would have made it easier. So it's a whole bunch of things that you need to do. Like, so it's like, if I was Dave Ramsey, I'd be yelling, "What's wrong with you buying a boat and putting yourself into debt?" I don't believe in that. I believe in we should live in a great life, and especially at our age. John, how old are you?
76.
Yeah, so at 76 years old, right? Dave Ramsey's going to tell you, don't buy a boat, save you money for retirement.
Enjoy your
I'm
boat.
going to tell you, hey, you're 76, man. Go buy a boat. Take the money away from your kids. Who cares about them? And enjoy your boat.
Give us a ride.
Yeah, exactly. Give us a ride. Exactly. Where's the boat? What part of Florida?
Cape Coral.
I think it's the other side of our place. Okay, so I enjoy the boat. So look, but a great idea is to get a home equity line of credit, pay off all those debts with the home equity line of credit, and then you're paying a lower interest rate. You're still going to pay 8 or 9% on your HELOC, but you're still going to be in a better off position. But when you get a chance, come in here. Go to investorschooling.com. Hey, are you too old to learn how to use a computer?
No.
Good.
No, I can use it.
I just want to make fun of you because you're older than me. All right, so go to
all right.
Right, go to investorschooling.com. Sign up for class. Come here. You want to come to the Money the Money Hacks event on August 17th? I'll give you a free ticket, but you got to say yes right away, and you got to tell me you're going to go.
No, I'm going to be. I'm going to be down at the shore. I got a house for a week down there, from the 12th to the 18th.
Which shore?
So, I'm pissing money away.
Wait, which shore? Jersey Shore?
Long Beach Island. Well, yeah, Jersey Shore.
So you could drive back for a day.
I'm in Pennsylvania now.
You could drive back for a day.
No.
All right. Well.
No.
All right, John.
I might come to the class. I got to talk to my wife about that.
All right, go talk to your wife about that.
She's very skittish.
Because we've got about 45 seconds left of the show, and we will see you hopefully one day at a class. All right, John. Thanks for calling. We appreciate you listening. All right, guys, we're about done. So I want to make sure I thank everybody for calling. I want to thank all the listeners for the whole 2 hours. We survived another 2 hours.
It's a
little
long
tough,
2
right?
hours.
It's a little tough, right?
Yeah, it's a lot,
yeah. But it's not, because we're just not used to it yet. Of course, I want to thank Omri and Dr. Deb. I want to thank the sweet Glenn Page for doing such a great job as our producer.
We love you, Glenn.
I want to remind everybody once again to go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com, and you can take a free class this Thursday. We also have the Money Hacks event coming up on August 17th. You go to 4mmw.com. That's 4mmw.com. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Take care.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling. All